But you weren't ready for that one. You probably don't even know what song that is. Have you heard that before? Awesome. Hey, you guys. What's going on? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Friday. This is Quarantine Conversations with I am Tisha Marie Johnson, founder, creator of Your Love of a Lifetime, and I'm here with this amazing gentleman, Coach Jay Hart. We're going to have him introduce himself in just a moment, but listen, while you're here, I didn't even put the banners up. While you're here, go ahead and share the broadcast. Listen, make sure you say hello so that we can say hello back. I just got we're gonna put that one, I think.
Right. If this your first time, please let us know by saying first time. If you don't know, your name is not appearing to us, please say first time and your name so we can definitely shout you out. Good evening to all the For the Lover in You family. Everybody that's tuned in from our wonderful Facebook page. Hey, look, if you're not a part of it, For the Lover in You is the page that you should find your way to. You would see, I don't even know what picture's up there now. I haven't been on there in a few hours, so I don't remember what pages, what pictures are up there, but you will see one of our faces on that page, man. Please say you want to join. It's a couple of questions you have to answer for us. This is not a singles group. This is not a dating group. We ain't eHarmony. We ain't Black Planet Love. We ain't no love doctor. We just two wonderful Christians trying to give some people some wonderful advice from the things that we've been through, from the things that we've seen and heard from other people that have been through, from the things that God has placed on our little Urkel hearts to give to his people. So that's all we do. We don't own the rights to the music that she was playing, that old stuff that I wouldn't even thought of that came out. We don't own the rights to that. That's why she laughing. We are not counselors. I repeat, we are not counselors. Once again, I repeat, we are not counselors. We are life and relationship coaches, and she do a whole bunch of other stuff. You know, she'll tell you everything that she do, but we are just coaches. We are just here to guide you along, give you some good sound advice. You don't have to take it, but if you do, take it at your own risk. But we do, I'm just being honest with you. Shoot, hey, I'm not a counselor. I'm trying to tell you that's not me. But we do give wonderful advice from a not always a Christian standpoint, however, but we do give great sound advice from a Christian standpoint at times and also from a common sense place. We try to give advice from a state of peace and not destruction and not chaos. We try to look at the lighter side of things instead of always beating each other over the head or have you beating your spouse or your partner over their head. We try to get you to sit down, relax, and think about ways of not coping, but dealing with your issues, your emotions, your faults, your hang-ups, your hookups, and all that other stuff. So, um, I have not introduced myself. I do apologize. I am him. He is I. I will be and forever and always be your friend, your brother, your neighbor, that cat down the street, Coach Jay Hart. Um, Jay to everybody who knows me in the group. Jonathan to all my family. Um, and yeah, that's my spiel until we get into this wonderful topic. Oh yeah, we got some banners scrolling down at the bottom. Please read, man. Please, as the church people will say, govern yourselves accordingly. There's a master class coming up February 27th. Um, Tisha got some stuff going on with the women's in the group and stuff. So She will definitely tell you about the things that she has going on for the month of February. Please pray her strength in the Lord because she got a lot of stuff going on. What's going on, sis? Hello, Tanine. Mrs. Dale, how are you? Um, Once again, she'll get into her buttle and her rundown of the stuff that she has going on for the month of February. We are still looking to plan a meet and greet in March. So watch out for that news. There's going to be masterclass information that's going to scroll in the middle, or it might not. I don't you know what. Check this out. I don't know what's going to scroll because she does all that stuff from the wonderful area of her hearts in the back. So look at the stuff that's scrolling at the bottom. Once again, govern yourself accordingly. I'm gonna shut up so she can talk.
Hilarious. Hey, CJ. Hey, Denise. Hey, my brother Hugh, and all of y'all that are on, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram. No, we're not on Instagram. YouTube or Periscope. Hey, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we'll put that masterclass information on shortly, but let's get this conversation started. So, again, welcome and thank you so much for being here tonight. So we're talking about 5 things, and actually we have a list that's closer to 10. So we'll see how many of those things
She
we
has
get
a
to.
list closer to 10. We started off with five, and then she started adding stuff when my back was turned. So we gonna do five, maybe six, depending on if she gonna be on her soapbox like she was. Like
Ooh,
I actually had somebody
ooh.
tell me I actually had somebody come tell me like, ooh, she was feeling it last week, wasn't she? I said, wasn't she? I said she had two soapboxes. It was Tide and Ultra she was standing on, and she went ahead and said her piece, and they was like, "All you said was ditto." I was like, "That's all I could say. I didn't have a spot to say anything else, so
Come
I
on,
said
man.
ditto.
Don't
I
don't
said ditto."
don't do that. That ain't what we doing tonight. That is not. Listen, it's the love month. I'm gonna need you to bring peace and harmony.
I got you.
All right, so yes, Cheryl, it's gonna be good. Hey, LaDonna, thanks for joining us. So we're talking about 5 things that can destroy a relationship. Now, listen, I've been hurt, torn, abused, misused, talked about, all that good stuff. Um, been divorced. So, I know a couple few things that might not help a relationship. So
I know.
we're talking about those
I
things that
got one.
destroy. What you
I
got?
got one.
What you got?
Passing gas without saying excuse me.
Oh my goodness. What is with the bodily functions, man?
So you
But
saying
what
it
if you
won't?
sleep?
There you go. That you know my rebuttal. I was asleep.
You know what?
Anyway,
Either
it's an
way,
inside joke.
we
We'll
are
tell
not
y'all
gonna
in a
start
minute. We'll
with
tell y'all in
that.
a minute.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
goodness. Hey, 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 thank you for joining us. So, um, yeah, I should probably look at my list, huh? Yes, so there are so many things on this list. It's never an all-inclusive list. We don't even actually get to everything. So, number one, can I start here? We go big, go home. Nitpicking. Now, ladies, and I'm not gonna get on the soapbox.
Define
Ladies,
nitpicking.
nitpick. You got something to say about every little thing. Oh, you're breathing. Oh, you're touching me. Oh, you're hot. Oh, your breath stank. Oh, why you got that shirt on? I mean, just nitpicking. I wash the dishes a certain way. I wash certain things. I save the silverware till last. If he say, baby, I got the dishes, don't be critiquing him on how he washed the dishes as long as they clean. Listen, he might not wash clothes the way that you wash them. He might wash the clothes and never even fold them up. Thank God that he washed the clothes. Can we just say that? Don't nitpick every little thing that the man does. Now I'm a woman, so ladies, we gotta keep it real. A nagging wife is like a constant dripping faucet. You can find that in the book of Proverbs. Also, a nagging wife, girlfriend, significant other, boo thing, or other will make that man live on the roof if you're always nitpicking. You don't have to say something about every little thing. He left the cup on the counter instead of putting it in the dishwasher. I don't know why I'm in the kitchen, but I just am. Come on. Don't Not every little thing. Every little thing doesn't warrant a response or a rebuttal. Or you just got to put your ladies, hear me. You We got to talk about your weapons. That's why you need to come to this master class so you can find out what your weapons are. You have weapons. It's your mouth, but not in the way in which you think. You can use your words and you can tear him down or you can build him up. Your mouth does not have to destroy, because guess what? We talked about it last week. He dealing with a whole bunch of stuff in the world, in his family, on the job. The last thing he want to do is come home and hear your mouth about every little thing. There's a time and a space for communication. Hallelujah. But the man walking the dog, you mad because he shoveled the snow fast enough. He didn't put the salt down the way you wanted him to. He started on the sidewalks. You want him to do the driveway first. What? As long as he did it. He ain't gonna dress the babies like you want him to. Just be glad that he ain't talking about I ain't babysitting my kids. They your kids, sir. So it's not babysitting. So what? I had to tell one of my friends, bless her heart, she might be on tonight. She used to be like, "Girl, he will put all the wrong kind of stuff on the baby. Is the baby clean? Is the baby safe? Did the baby eat?" Sometimes that's all it's got to be. Jay,
Ditto.
you
Number
will
two.
not do that tonight.
No, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to get the response that you want from your mate, whether it be male or female. Your words, and I just posted this, your words have life. Whether it's positive or negative, you're going to bring something to the table with your words. I would hope and pray that it's life and not death to your relationship. No, he ain't gonna do everything right. Baby girl, you don't do everything right. Yep, you got your hair done. You don't look like an old girl at work with her hair done like that. Oh, you cooked it, and my mama don't cook like that. Shoot, my mama cook way better. If we gonna nitpick, we can nitpick. But is that what we doing? That's not what we doing. I got jokes for days, and if you in the group, I'm super petty. Oh Jesus, I ain't even started on how petty I'm about to be in this group. However, there's a time to play and there's a time to be serious. There's always a time to speak life, and there should never be a time to speak death. I'm not gonna preach. I ain't gonna get on no soapbox, but please watch your words. Watch your words. Your words can bring life or death. Wow, who said I'm so petty? Jesus. I'm done. I'm through. I ain't gonna say nothing else because they are just for that. I'm hitting it hard this weekend. Petty to the
Uh,
max.
Petty to the max. To the max. Yeah. Wow. That's good. I'm trying to find the people.
Yeah, but let me say this. you should want to prosper in your relationship. You should want to prosper in your relationship just like you want to prosper in your individual self. And if you can't see or find ways to prosper each other, to push and mold and polish each other, then what y'all together for? What's the real reason? Because y'all wasting each other's time. If y'all can't find a common ground and build off that, y'all wasting each other's time. I'm not counseling. I'm just speaking truth. This is old dark 30. This is not the time to be in a relationship for 5 or 6 years and ain't went nowhere. What are we doing, y'all? We too old for that. I want you to be the best version of you, even if it's not with me. That's my motto. Even if it's not with me, I don't care if you do want to be with me. If I ain't ready, if I ain't it, I want you to prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. That's my motto for you. That's just it.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. So, listen, if you guys haven't shared the broadcast, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead, share the broadcast. Somebody
Share
needs
the
this
broadcast.
conversation. What?
Share the broadcast. What y'all doing? Share the broadcast.
Share the broadcast. Sharing is
Share the
caring. And we
broadcast. Sharing is
want you
caring.
all to help us in that way by sharing the broadcast. So, again, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Fire Friday Quarantine Conversations. We're super excited. Got some great stuff in store for February. Ladies, if you're interested in volunteering on the February project, then I'm going to be meeting you tomorrow. So make sure that you contact me, inbox me, put your name in the link, say, hey, I want to help. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be great. So we're talking about some things. I'm not going to say 5. We're talking about some things that will destroy your relationship. Okay. Number two. Put a 2 in the comments if you are tracking with us. Put a 2 in the comments. So, and I think I know, and I don't want this to be one-sided. However, not enough quality time will kill your relationship. I don't mean quality time. We sit down at dinner, we go to bed, whatever. That's not really quality time. I mean, think about it. In the course of 24 hours, you mean to tell me that you can go to work, get work 8+ hours, not including your commute. You have organizations and activities. You may have children. You mean to tell me if you are in relationship, especially if you are in covenant, you can't spend 15, a half hour? Yes, have time for yourself, but can you please spend some time with your partner? Not like this. How you doing?
Say that. Say that. Hey
Huh?
girl, put that phone down.
Huh? What you say?
Hey girl, put that phone down. Homeboy, put that remote control down. Put that joystick down.
Oh, I ain't
That's
doing
what you
that. I'm
do.
just checking my notifications.
No, we ain't checking notifications if we spending time. That's a quick way to get that phone slapped out your hand.
Would you really do that?
Who, me?
Yeah, you
Couldn't
couldn't
be.
be. Then who?
You.
Oh, silly.
Anyway, I I have. I have. Um, because you can't tell me that your feelings don't matter to me because I don't respond the way you want me to. But when I talk to you, your face is in your phone.
Wow. Take your face out of the phone.
That's the whole thing. I think if you're going to spend, and quality time for everybody is different. It's different because I know once upon a time when I was married, it was a while ago. our quality time would she'd be on one side of the couch, I'd be on the other side of the couch, and we'd be playing video games on our phone, laughing at each other because we can't pass certain boards and stuff. So I'm not going to say that you cannot spend quality time with your mate using phones. I'm just going to say make sure that it's acceptable with the other person. Just don't think, ask questions. Please don't assume nothing with me. I'd rather for you to ask. Because the first time you're going to assume, I'm going to let you keep assuming. That's just my petty side. And I'm just being honest with you. I'm just going to let you keep assuming because I have a mouth and so do you. So you need to ask me questions. What is quality time to you? How can we fit quality time in our busy schedule? If you're talking to somebody that's out of state or that's maybe in state but an hour away or something like that, what is quality time to you? What should quality time look like for us? If you're not opening your mouth, if you're not opening your mouth and asking questions, and all you want to do is assume, I'm going to assume that you want to stay single for the rest of your life, or you're going to get some knucklehead that gives you half of him because all you're really giving is half of you to him. Ask what quality time is to that person. Somebody just said, know the person's love language. Quality time might be their number one thing. And if quality time is their number one thing, you need to figure out how you can make sure that you are attaining, you're equipping yourself, you're mandating that to that person, you're speaking to that person's love language. If quality time, if words of affirmation is their love language, you need to make sure that when you're talking to them and you're spending time with them, that those words are actually coming out of your mouth and stuff. If you don't ask, you will never know. And I don't need you to ask just to get an answer. I need you to ask to get understanding. Because if you only ask to get an answer, you never really truly give them what they actually said that they wanted because it's going to go in out ear, go in one ear and out the other. Quality time is some people's number one thing. And it's not always we got to go out and spend money and we got to go to this fancy place and we got to go to this fancy place and you got to wine and dine and ooh and ah. I mean, some people like that. But some people quality time is putting some pajamas on and watching the Cosby Show, The Facts of Life, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Beverly Hills 90210. You know, find somebody something in their quality time. Because it might be less than what you really think the quality time is. Because some people just want to know that you're there. And that's it. Okay, I'm done.
That's Danielle. She threw her shoe at you. That is what's up. And yes, love language. You can't be expressing your love language to that person. You have to be treating them according to their love language. And I know we get it backwards all the time. I'm gonna give to them what I want them to do for me. That don't work. It doesn't work at all. So you gotta understand who your person is. Find out what works for you all, because what works for one couple may not work for you. What worked with somebody else might not work with this person that you're with.
Wait, stop. Say that again, because somebody missed it in the back row. Say that crap one more again.
What worked for the other person might have the same love language. If it's quality time, that person, you may have had to spend quality time with them in a certain way. Doesn't mean it's going to work for this person. You got to get to know them and what they like.
Say that again. Somebody on the third row, the preacher in the back, he was drinking Gatorade and he wasn't listening. Because people think just because my love swing is just the same as my ex, meaning you can do the same thing. No, you can't. He like golf. I can't say well, I can't say that. Wait, hold on, let me find something nice. He might like watching ping pong or chess tournaments. I don't want to watch that. That's not me. Although it's quality time. My quality time, once again, I love the Cosby Show. I wish the Carmichael Show would have never went on. That's me. Sit next to me and watch this. Sit up under me and watch this show with me. That's quality time.
Okay, I got you. But let's put a little bit of twist on it. Because sometimes you have to. Now, I'm not going to say you have to. I'm saying it would be advisable for you to entertain something that they like that you don't like. Again, that's part of you understanding the person that you're with and wanting to please them. High five. And it might be okay. So maybe now, good example because
Bro, you're gonna have to watch We. You're gonna have to watch Bravo. You're gonna have to watch Love and Hip Hop. You're gonna have
oh,
to watch Hip Hop Kids of Atlanta. You're gonna have to watch the RuPaul drag show. You're gonna have to watch that bull crap, bro. You're gonna have to because you gotta cater to her needs sometimes too. I'm done.
funny, right? You might find out that you really like it. You
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 don't
just
really like it. You just kind of adjusted to it and you found some things in the show that you can get with. You don't really like it. You just adapt it to something a little bit. Because I ain't gonna never love watching Housewives of Atlanta. I don't care what Kiki and them, and I don't care what they doing.
what about the Hallmark Channel?
Bro, check this out. Put some NyQuil in her tea when you give it to her, so she can doze right off to sleep. The Hallmark
Oh,
Channel is boring. They got the same movies
different
every
names,
week.
different people. Anyway, we're not gonna get stuck there. But
Okay,
you
go number three then. Shoot, number
you
three.
you you get the point that sometimes you got to do, and this is all in effective communication and finding and understanding what somebody else's love language is so that there's harmony and there is peace. I'm not, oh Lord. Yes, sir.
Number three. I'm done. Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not particularly a football fan, but it's not gonna kill me every now and then during football season to sit down and watch a game with him. If that's what he wants, he might not want it. He might just want to have time in the man cave and all of that. But just the fact that you take interest in something that your partner does is going to make a world of so what, you don't like it? So what? Is it going to kill you to do something that the other person enjoys for the sake of the relationship? That you never know what that could mean. You may be wanting them to adjust in a different area, but when they see that you are cooperating and communicating and stepping outside of your norm, then it can make all the difference in the world. And so, listen, y'all need to quit neglecting quality time. And it ain't just sex. We gonna get to intimacy. Okay. Number three. And again, hey y'all, I see y'all in the group and on Facebook. What's up? So number three is not listening to your partner. Oh, wait.
I'm about to throw this phone. Hold on. What did they say? Something about what? Crossword puzzle? What?
Get you a crossword puzzle, work on it, watching the game. Pop in and ask questions. Right. So why is there a flag on the ground?
That's it. Cause we really ain't worried about you being there. We don't even want to tell you really what's going on. It's just a simple fact that you willing to stop what you're doing and involve yourself in the small things that we like. Because, like Indy Ari said, it is the little things that matter to men as well, ladies. To men as well. Let me say this again. To men as well. Yes, we like little small things. We'll never tell you, but we do. Okay, crap. I said something I shouldn't have said. I messed up the man code. My bad, bruh. I gotta do it because this is the show. This is what we do. Yes, he likes the little things. Don't stop because he sees and notices you doing the little things, and that's what matters. Your consistency in doing the little things. For I don't even know what three was. What was three? What
Not
happened again?
listening.
Not
Not
live. Oh,
listening.
okay. Go ahead.
It's important, and we a lot of times we get stuck on the communication piece, and that's huge. One of the top reasons people find themselves separated, divorced, not together no more, because you didn't learn how to communicate with that person. You didn't learn their language. You didn't learn that they have triggers. You didn't learn that if you said it a certain way and walked up on them a certain way, that it might remind them of something that happened in their past. And why would you want to do that? Now, it's important to know, but I was listening to some men talk about relationship in Clubhouse earlier, and they were just saying you might not know that it is a trigger until it's triggered. You might not know that that's a sensitive place. I discovered recently a sensitive place because of a previous experience. I wouldn't have known had I not taken the time to say to myself, now, why are you tripping? Why'd you go there? What's up with that? What is that really about? And when I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, it don't even seem like it's related to this thing, but actually it is. And so that causes me to pause and say, hey, here you got to handle that different because he's not him. She's not her. You got to handle it different, but you got to recognize it and you got to be honest with yourself. Okay?
I'm gonna say this for everybody, and forgive me. We can argue off screen about what I'm about to say. I'm probably gonna win, but we can argue once this is over. We're going to have part two of this next Friday because a lot of us are on here that are single. Somebody said, "What do you mean triggers? Like what?" That's why we're going to have a part two. That question right there. Not saying anything was wrong with your question, whoever said that, but that's the reason why we need to have a part two because triggers. Can I say my crappy spiel of triggers? Because you know that's my go-to. Please.
Can you come up with another one?
Okay, how about next show? I'll come up with another one. Agreed. High five. Fist bump. Okay, cool. So this is the joke we were talking about earlier. So I'm going to use this for the person who asked what are triggers. So you're laying. I had a supervisor. I didn't know what was wrong with his guts, but he stank. He said he used to pass gas while his wife was asleep and pull the covers over her head and keep passing gas when he knew he was, his stomach was all messed up. And she would smell it, wake up and punch him in his back and, call him out his name and stuff. And he thought it was funny and cute. That was his little way of playing with it. But he really did stink. Like seriously, he had something wrong with his bowels and all that stuff. But here's the trigger. She leaves him. They still together, but let's just say hypothetically, she leaves him. So she leaves Robert and get with Paul. So Paul has issues with his stomach. But when he does pass gas, he does it in his sleep, not knowing that he's doing it. So one night, Paul is asleep and Susie smells his fart. Now, Paul is knocked out sleep. He passes gas, irritable bowel syndrome. He passes gas. She smells it. It triggers her to what Rob used to do. And she punches Paul in his back over and over and over and say, "Ooh, you stink. You get on my nerves. I hate it when you do that." And he says, "Wait, what do you mean you hate it when I do what?" She says, "When you pull the covers over my head and pass gas." He says, "I was asleep though, baby. Why would I pull the covers over your head? I didn't know I passed gas anyway because I was asleep." Ha, here's the trigger. She never forgave Rob for what he did. And now Paul is paying for the issues that Rob left in that situation. Your trigger are the things that you have not dealt with, have not gotten over, that still makes you remember issues and traumas of your past. That's what a trigger is. And at any given time, someone new can come in and press that button, not knowing that it's a trigger for you. He flips it off, she flips it off. Now you're going off on that person, and they're sitting there looking like, well, what did I say? What did I do that was wrong? And then when they say it, they say, but this is the first time I ever said it. This is the first time I've ever done it. So now what am I dealing with? Now you're dealing with an issue that that is still a scar and a sore for the person that you are with. And sometimes them triggers make people leave. Sometimes them triggers are so deep and embedded in a person that they didn't even realize that they still had the trigger. And now they're faced with dealing with it because now it's been publicized and it's actually a shameful thing to still deal with. And the issue happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that you buried it so deep. Now it's starting to be uprooted because the person that really wants to be with you wants to love you, flaws and all. And if they can't love you for the flaws and all that you come with, I will question their motives and intentions of you. So there are some things that you have dug up. You can. You can. And I know exactly who this is coming from. I know exactly,
The
Doc.
great doctor.
You can. I know, Doc. You can get over your triggers. Yes, you deal with them with coping mechanisms. That's how you start to get over them and stop dealing with them. That is the great doctor. My salutes to everything that you do. But this is my thing. You have to learn and work because God can erase those things from you and you will never remember them anymore. There's some
Come
things
on,
that you
scripture.
have to do.
Come on, scripture.
There's some things you have to do. There's some thought patterns and some
God.
processes that you have to take in order for you to deal and get over that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, coping mechanisms and everything is great and it's fine and it's dandy because they work. However, all you're really doing is still masking the issue. The true issue is I must get to the bottom of this and uproot it out of my life and move on positively. Okay, I'm done.
That was good. That was good. Yes, indeed. I like the echoes as well. And but there is scripture. Cause listen, God left nothing unsolved, nothing unturned. So there's something in the word that can help. Now, I'm still saying get professional help if you need it. Don't neglect that part of it because, again, you don't know what you don't know. And even in your healing process, as simple as heartache, a breakup, you still need some kind of help. Now, the level or degree of the help depends on the level and degree of the pain, but you can heal from those things. That's how we were created. I know, and it's not to take away from anybody that has had some really, really deep rooted things that has happened. In that situation, get some professional help so you don't have to live with that. At least you know what it is and you understand some things about it and you're able to have a solution. So we were talking about not listening to your spouse, to your partner. So you got to listen. You even have to, ladies, can I help you? Even when he's silent, you have to hear what there is to hear. That's like for real. Hear what he's not saying. Hear what he wish he could say. And fellas, vice versa. Hear what's not being said. And ineffective communication. That's why you need to come to the masterclass. Ineffective communication. There are tools and techniques that you can utilize to communicate more effectively. I know for me, one of the things is being able to fully express. I don't have a problem expressing myself, but things from childhood, especially in previous relationships, cause me to just not say nothing. I don't want to wait. I don't want to make waves because I don't want to piss him off too bad. And then he get mad, and then he goes away, or then he just trying to tell you about me previously. And so as a result, I would keep stuff bottled up. But that's not good either. Because you're gonna explode somewhere, somehow, some way.
At the
And
wrong
that's
time,
at the
in
wrong
front of the
time.
wrong people.
In front of the wrong people, most likely. And so you gotta be strategic and you have to be deliberate in dealing with the things. A lot of people want a relationship, but listen, if you don't deal with this stuff, I posted something earlier. Somebody said a lot of times the things that you deal with in marriage have nothing to do with relationship. They got to do with childhood stuff. And that's true. You deal with the relationship stuff, but the childhood stuff is still there. It's going to be hard. And Danielle said, listen to hear, not to respond. Absolutely. That's part of effectively communicating. So learning to listen to your partner is key. If not, it's going to absolutely destroy the relationship. Number four. Thank you guys for being here. Please share the broadcast if you have not already done so. We appreciate you being here. We thank you so much. It is a conversation. Continue to keep your comments coming. I'm trying to flip back and forth between the page, the group page, and what we see on the screen, which is not very many comments on this side, but nonetheless, we see you're here and we're going to respond to your comments. So again, thank you so much for being here. Number four, this, I probably have some stuff that's like bundled together. Sweeping things under the rug. Part of communication, but a different spin on it. Sweeping stuff, not wanting to deal with the real issues. Y'all know, can we have the hard conversation? And you're with this person because you care about them at the very least. And if it's somebody that you say you love, then why would you not deal with the things that need to be dealt with, the serious things. Fellas, I say, and I'm sure there are women that do this too. Maybe we can't talk about it now, but don't never come back and not talk about it. That's a problem. And that's why a lot of times, because let me talk about the women in my space. We want to give you room to deal with whatever you got to deal with, however you have to deal with it. But don't act like the one conversation we had is over. No, it's not, because we really didn't have a conversation. I let you deal with it. Of course, the person who brings up the issue has had more time to think about it. So, in being fair, can you give them some time and space to be able to think about what you said, and please have examples of what you're talking about so that they can like see a real life example of it. But fellas, don't act like, oh well, she got it out, it's over. No, do not sweep stuff under the rug. I had one of them persons in my life, and the rug was nice and lumpy. You couldn't walk on it without tripping over a hump under the rug because they just didn't want to deal with the real issues. Again, might not have nothing to do with romantic relationship. Probably has something to do with their childhood. Jay, he like,
No. So I was listening to another show. Shout out to the coach, Coach E, Elder Kim. She speaks. The great doctor, Auntie. You ladies rock last Sunday. I take my hats off to you all.
good conversation.
Yes, very good conversation. But one thing was said. I think we was talking about speaking and communication and everything. So I'm going to keep it and tie everything together. When he speaks, when you get a man to actually speak, you got him. And that's the time you should be listening seriously because he's vulnerable at that point. And if he's talking to you about an issue or the issues that you guys have at hand, he's really coming from his heart. Because we don't really talk a whole bunch. We sweep stuff under the rug and keep going. Here's the thing. So if he's speaking and he's talking and he's allowing you to speak and talk about the things that y'all have swept under the rug, what y'all need to do is turn around and say exactly what they said back to them so they can hear it. Because when you actually can rebuttal, or I'm sorry, when you can actually repeat what they said, they understand now that you understand them, and vice versa. So those things under the rug should be a little bit more easier to deal with when you guys are in a safe place with each other and that y'all can speak. The reason why we sweep stuff under the rug is because sometimes we don't feel that you really want to hear us or hear our part of that story or get our 2 cents in something. Sometimes we sweep it under the rug because we think that if we leave it under there long enough, you will forget it. Sometimes we sweep stuff under the rug because we don't really know how to address it. So we sweep it under the rug and we try to mull it over a few times before so we can really understand the issue at hand. And then we're able to say, okay, I got it. Da 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 da, this, that, and the other. The one thing I will always say about communication and sweeping things under the rug that you have to have a safe place with your mate. If I don't feel safe coming to you, I will never come to you. And I'll always detour my issues and problems to someone else. That's how cheating starts. Men, if you don't make your woman feel safe enough to come to you with her heart and she can actually just pour it out on you without you, oh man, why you always, oh God, I gotta listen to this. Bro, yes, you gotta listen to that stuff. because it's important to her. And if you're trying to keep her, it should become important to you. And vice versa. Women, if you get a man who's going to lift that rug up and deal with the issues that he swept up under it, please listen to what he has to say. Do not cut him off. Do not try to correct how he feels. Do not try to correct his speech, his dialogue, or any manner that he comes up with. Let him speak freely. Because if you do, you got him. That's the softer side of him. That's the side you've been looking for and been waiting for, because that's the part where you get to know him seriously. And that's a whole nother deeper part of intimacy that y'all, that's how the work wife and work husband come in easily. Anybody just want to have somebody to talk to, somebody that hears them, that understands where they're coming from. Knock down them walls, clean the wax out your ears, put some peroxide in that boy so it can get all the gook and stuff out you, and listen. And like T Marie always say, have the hard conversations. Because if you don't, that's how your sister got your man the last time. That's how your cousin was able to sweep him off his feet the last time. She's saying ooh, and her mic is muted. It- that's how this stuff happens, y'all.
It does.
And if you don't want to stop being all hard and stuck up like I'm straight, I'm good, I'm cool. No, you want somebody to be able to talk. I want somebody to be able to talk to. I want a safe place. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. I want to not have to have any hard conversations down the road. We're going to have them at the beginning, but down the road, I don't want to have them. I don't want to have
Not as
anything that,
frequently, anyway.
or as frequently, but I don't want to have to sweep anything under the rug because I don't know how to deal with it. I want my old bird to know me like the back of her hand. Like,
Your who?
yeah,
Your old
I'm sorry.
bird?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm done. Go to number 5. Look, thank y'all for tuning in
You know what? You will not do
the
that. You so funny.
T Marie
Listen,
special.
I just want to go back to I think it was Danielle said, I believe that women revert back to I'm fine or I'm good. So men don't know that the discussion needs to continue. Yeah. And
Please
that's
stop.
the fault of that
Please
woman.
stop. Please stop. If you really love him, have that hard conversation. Because if you cannot have that conversation, y'all so wrong. You ain't have to
Right,
put old
Sherry.
bird up there.
I don't even know
Anyway,
where he
please
got that
have
from.
that hard please have that hard conversation with him, because if you cannot have that hard conversation with him, then let me say this again. This is Coach J. This ain't Bible. This ain't biblical. I ain't got no counseling degree. I ain't a good doctor. None of that. This is me, and this is common sense. If you cannot have a serious discussion with your mate, what are y'all doing?
Why are you together?
What
What's
are
the
y'all
point?
doing? If y'all want to play house, cool, fine, play house. That's what y'all do. Do y'all thing. But if he's speaking from his heart, listen. If she's speaking from her heart, listen. Write it out. Have a day where y'all come. Matter of fact, man, big up to my boy Tony. Y'all got to check me out in the locker room on Facebook. Men, if you're not in the locker room, check me, inbox me. I have a male group. We be talking about crazy stuff. It's called the locker room. However, my man Tony said that him and his wife would have a day where they have issues, where they write out their issues that they have, whether it's with them or with each other or something that's outside. They have a couple of days to get around to answering that, and then they have a set time and a set day where they come and they talk about the real issues that's going on. I think that's one of the healthiest things a couple can do that's serious, because you can be a couple and not be serious. But I think that a couple that is serious about their future with each other and making it move forward should have those days where, hey, I'm going to come to you on Tuesday with some issues that happened last week, and on Thursday we're going to hash them all out. Whether it's good, bad, ugly, and different, we're going to get to the bottom of it, we're going to deal with it, and then we're going to move on. Preferably, we'll never have to deal with that because you heard my viewpoint and I heard your viewpoint. However, we're going to deal with this stuff, because what I don't want to do is roll over and you be upset with me and I be upset with you, and we got a pillow in between us. Not my wife. No, 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 no. Let's go ahead, hash out our differences before we lay down, because I want to make sure when I lay down with you and I wake up, we good. And stick with the schedule. Please stick with the schedule. Don't let nothing deter. Don't let nothing deter your quality time. Don't let nothing deter your family time, and don't let nothing deter your church time. Don't let nothing deter your prayer time, and don't let nothing deter your time to talk about the hard conversations with your mate. This has been the T. Marie Johnson special. I've just been able to say a few words on this broadcast. She wasn't that full this week, so I got to say a little bit more than I did last week.
You
Tune in next
funny.
week. Tune in next week
Nope.
where she might
Nope.
be
We got
full.
two more. We got two more. We got two more. Y'all hanging with us? We got two more. Two more, two more, two more. Okay. So, number 5, your words can destroy. Yeah, I know. We still talking about the mouth. Your words. Are you now? I know people have different levels of anger and energy and all of that. It may have really rubbed you the wrong way, but your words can kill, can destroy. Your words, death and life are in the power of your tongue. Are you using death words towards your partner? Or are you speaking words of life? Doesn't mean that we always going to agree. Doesn't mean that I'm always going to say the right thing. However, am I saying something deliberately to tear you down? Can't do that. Not to your partner, not to the person that you say you love and care for, not to the person that you said you are in covenant relationship with. No, I don't know if he's coming back. Hopefully he will. Um, but what about your words? Are you speaking words of life or death? Yeah, we're in the midst of something, a heated conversation. I get it. But it doesn't mean that I have to say everything that comes to mind. It doesn't mean that I have to um said please return our shoes to Ohio. Yeah. Doesn't mean that I have to say something. Again, even if we're talking about triggers, even if we're talking about you cutting me at my core, does that mean that I have to retaliate by saying something to cut you at your core? This is your partner. This ain't some chick, a dude on the street. This is your partner, the person that you said, I'm going to be in covenant with. I'm going to be in a lifelong commitment with. But are we using our words to build up or tear down? If you're saying something unkind, if it's malicious, if you're saying something that you know is going to cut them at the core. Again, why are we doing this? Why are we here? Thank God for maturity. Had to learn over the years. Yeah. And I mean, I get it. We learn, we grow, we mature, hopefully. I yeah. I know some folks that should be way past some of the silly stuff they're doing. Come on, y'all. Why? At a point, listen, and I say if you over 30, but I honestly some silly stuff and people older than me. So what are we doing? What are you doing with your words? Because either they're gonna bring life to the situation or they're gonna bring death. Jay, you coming back?
I said it before and I'll say it again. You should just want to speak life into your partner. If you ever feel the need to talk down or talk low or talk beneath them or talk at them and not to them, I'm going to text you the same question my stepdad asked me when me and my ex-wife was getting into it. Son, what is you doing? For what? If that person is bringing you to the point where that's the only way you feel you can talk to them, you are wasting your time being around them. You are dumbing yourself down to their level, and you should feel it. If I can't be at peace with you, then I don't need to be with you. If all we know how to do is cuss and fuss and dog each other out, whether we're in public, in private, or with our or talking to our friends and families and neighbors, then what are we doing? Stop wasting each other's time. Move on and let y'all and be at peace with self. That should be the number one goal. Peace, man. She said something. Tisha, you said something about peace last time. I almost flipped my whole day. I was like, "That's it." That's why I said, "Nope, keep going." I said, "I ain't about to do it." That's where you should be at, man. Peace is what you should want. Peace is what you should seek. And if you don't have a safe place with that person that you are with, what are you doing?
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, you guys, we got one more. Then we're gonna let you go. We do definitely appreciate you being here. If you haven't shared the broadcast, go ahead and share the broadcast. And yes, we are doing a master class. Listen, I did, and now is it done? What do I do now? Listen, we want to help you with that. Hey, Taronda, thanks for joining. We want to help you with that. We want to help you heal. You got to come to the master class. Saturday, February 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If somebody could, let me pull it because I changed the link, so I don't know them. Um, but it's going to be incredible. We are going to deal with some things. And listen, if you sign up for the VIP, the VIP, you're going to get an extra session and we're going to be able to, really dig down deep into some things. And so you want to be in this masterclass. Here we go. So the link for the general admission is bit.ly/love again class. Let me put that in the chat. And that is $49. bit.ly/love again class. So that you can get this information. We're going to deal with 5 major things in this, and check out what we're going to be offering, and we'll spend a little bit more time next, probably not next week but the week after, talking about, and we've been talking about some of the subjects that we're going to cover, but we're just going to go in depth and detail and help you deal with those particular things. So that general admission is $49, bit.ly/love again class. And if you want the VIP session, so you'll get the general session plus an additional session with us. That is bit.ly/love again VIP class. So if somebody can put that in the chat as well, that would be amazing. But we want to definitely help you deal with some of those things. Again, we're not licensed counselors or professionals, but we do have those in our midst. And, life, the school of hard knocks, has taught us a thing or two or five. So we just want to share some of the lessons that we've learned and some of the ways in which we dealt with the things, the hurt, the pain, having to get over. Because listen, if you want to love again, you've got to deal with those issues. I had a in my book, I talk about I talk about all the relationships, but I talk about one of the relationships as it relates to trust. Listen, I could never have another relationship again until I deal with the trust issues, until I dealt actually with the trust issues, because trust has to be in the equation. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if my ideal partner walked up to me with a neon sign and my name tattooed to his forehead. If I haven't dealt with my stuff, if I haven't dealt with the issues for real, then I'm going to probably chase him away, because no man has to help you through your issues. They don't have to. But a man that loves you, once you get into that covenant relationship, will take the time and help you, hold your hand through the process. But he can't do it for you. You got to do the work for yourself. So that's why we want you to come to the master class so we can talk about this stuff. It'll be behind closed doors. So, we can say some things that we really can't say publicly on social media, because we don't want to be blocked or banned or anything like that. But it's going to be a real conversation. I think if any of you know me or Jay, it's going to be a real conversation. Like for real, it ain't going to be uh with a whole bunch of religiosity. It ain't going to be churchified, but it's going to be real healing information. So we're super excited about that. Make sure that you go to that link, bit.ly/love again class, or bit.ly/love again VIP class. So we're excited about that and looking forward to it. So the last thing, y'all know it's Fiery Friday. So let's go here. The other thing that can destroy a relationship, and of course, we are not going to do a deep dive into this. However, can't leave Fiery Friday without saying, if you are not available, if you are not mindful of the intimacy in your relationship, you're not going to have one. Let me say it a different way. There are different levels to intimacy, not just physical. However, physical is it's very important, because how can we continue to consummate our relationship if we don't have any physical affection going on? Are we on the same page mentally? Are we on the same page spiritually? There are other areas of intimacy. And so intimacy is not an act. It's a way of life. Intimacy is what you do with your partner continuously. It ain't, I put on some Victoria's Secrets, he put on some Smell Good, and then that's the extent of our intimacy. And listen, I know a whole bunch of married people that ain't sleeping in the same bed and they ain't having sex. Why? What? Nah. Okay. If there are some physiological issues, let's deal with them. Let's go to the doctor. Let's see a specialist. Let's get some herbs. Let's do what we need to do so that Okay, we might have spiritual intimacy, but if we can't never have physical affection, see, I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sapiosexual, so baby, you have to talk to me. You know, it's not just one way. And again, when we talk about understanding that person's love language, if physical touch is their primary love language, and for a lot of men, I'm not going to say all, I'm not going to say every man, but men are visual creatures. Men are, we are all sexual beings, and a lot of men need that physical affection. So you can't be withholding it. You can't be like, you gonna get it when I feel like giving it to you. Houston, there is a problem. No, ma'am, no, sir. We need to work that out real good. We need to understand definitely that we need to be on the same page. If it ain't physical, God definitely didn't tell you I'm your real. Nah, boo. I'm an arm to you. Okay? Like for real. Danielle, listen. Yeah, that part. So and listen, don't because I know when I was younger, conversations kind of went, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to want to, be physical. Knowing doggone well, touch me once or twice a week. Knowing that he was like a 5 or 6 time a day person. That's not gonna work. Don't even set yourself up to fail. Again, if we talking about other outside influences, that's one sure way to open the door. Listen, the only doors we opening is the garage door and the front door when we leave out of the house. We're not opening no other doors. Okay. So that's the whole problem for me and must be on the same page. Exactly. You know, I can't not at all touch me. Uh-huh. Yeah. You have to know their sexual language too. Exactly. It's a process. But if we only touching each other, because listen, statistics say that couples only have sex 10 times a year. Married couples. That's what statistics say. That's less than once a month. What are you freaking kidding me? Nah, man, I'm not the one. I'm not the one at all. That is not what we doing up and through here. No. But see, I had to grow to that. When I was younger, I probably did and said sorry. Sorry. I probably did and some crazy stuff because I was like, if I'm mad at you, don't touch me. If I'm mad at you, I'm gonna withhold. Yeah, that doesn't work. That is not even what you should be doing. We should be communicating. We should be dealing with the issues so that we don't have to get, by the time we get to the bedroom, it all should be well. I'm just saying. So, all of the things that we talked about tonight that can destroy a relationship certainly have to be considered. And if you don't know how to deal with that person according to their love language, I am a physical touch person. So it and listen, that affection, that physical touch doesn't have to be sexual. But please understand, sexually need to be in the equation, especially if you have a covenant, commitment. What's up? I don't want to wait all this time and then get to the marriage bed and it's cold. I could have did that by myself or something. Jay, you got something?
Nope, not on this one. This has been all Tisha Marie Johnson on this last one.
You gonna leave me hanging like that?
This has been all Tisha Marie Johnson on this last one. I have said nothing. I'm not even gonna say ditto to this one. I know Jesus in the pardon of my sins, and He gonna work it out just like He worked everything else out. Hallelujah. Praise be Jehovah. Yes, Lord. In the name of Jesus, I have the victory.
Ooh, yeah. So anyway, thanks. But no, all joking aside, like it's a serious thing. I'm not gonna wait. Single by choice. I'm not gonna wait and then be doing crazy stuff. For what? I could stay single. Listen, fellas, again, because I'm a woman. If you don't want that woman, leave her alone. Leave her be. If she didn't told you what she wanted, you don't want it, let it go. Get out the way so that the man that really is supposed to be with her can come into her life.
And when she come back talking about, but I really wanted you, tell her that you was not ready and you was happy to let her go find Prince Charming. That is it. But let me say this, and I'm closing. This is my benediction. Um, I'll talk to the fellas. Fellas, if you have any issues, problems, concerns about the last topic that we talking about right now, all honest and jokes aside, please hit the locker room because we talk about it. I'll make sure we talk about it. Um, there's nothing wrong with seeking help, getting help, because that's the correct and manly thing to do, because you don't want that one small issue to be the biggest issue in your whole marriage. Because it has been, and sometimes it's going to continue to be, and it don't have to be. Love yourself enough to make sure you are healthy in all areas and aspects of your life, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. That's real talk, because that's what men do. They make sure that they are together, inside and out. So if you need help on anything that we've talked about, please seek the help and guidance that you need. If you don't know where to go, inbox me. I help you find somebody, somewhere to go to get the help that you need. But I want you to prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Ladies, if you are with a man and he has issues that he needs help with, be the woman that he needs and speak softly to the man that he is, and let him know whatever it is, y'all can make it together. Don't push it. I've been to the urologist and stuff, and I've seen men in there by themselves. One guy pulled me to the side. He like, man, I told my wife to go have sex with whoever, cause I can't do nothing, man. He was like, you see, she ain't here, and I heard the death in his voice. Women, if you love that man, flaws and all, speak to the softer side of him. Be that weaker vessel. Lay up under him and say, baby, whatever we need to do, we gonna get it done. We. I'm not just gonna tell you to go over here and leave you by yourself. Because if you had any issues where you couldn't, because some women cannot have children, and you will want that man to comfort you in that time, just like he needs you to comfort him in his time. If y'all talking about forever, that's a forever issue, and y'all should be able to deal with it together. Hear me when I say, all joking aside, I ain't even trying to be petty. I'm just being serious. Man, if y'all love each other and y'all willing to fight tooth and nail to stay together with each other, by all means, put that knife down, put that gun down. Get together. Remember why y'all got together and make that thing right. You owe it to yourself. Y'all said I do. Y'all have the kids. Make that thing work. I speak to everybody here that's married or single. I don't even care. Whatever your issue is, I pray that God deals with you on tonight. That God brings back those issues that you need to face and handle. Whatever it is that you need to do to be better, you have it on the inside of you to be better. You just have to want it more than you want to just lay in the bed by yourself for the rest of your life. If it's love that you seek, if you trying to be married, ask God what is it that you need to do to prepare you for him, to prepare you for her. Man, if you got fears and doubts, deal with your fears and doubts. If you got lacks and limitations, deal with your lacks and limitations. Whatever it is, you have that and so much more on the inside of you to be better, better than where you are right now. And somebody saying, well, ain't nothing wrong with me. Fine. If that's your spiel, ask God to reveal it then. If you ain't okay, ask God to give you a passing grade, a great good bill of health. If you find anything in me, Father God, search my heart, straighten, pull it out and straighten me because I want to be right. I want to be saved. I want to be whole. And not only that, I want to have love in my life. I want to share this love that I have in my heart with somebody. I want to come home and my home is peace, not my house, but my home, because home is not four walls and a door, y'all. It's not. It's the place where they love you no matter what. They love you. They love your funky draws. And they love you when you right and they love you when you wrong. That's home. Not kitchen and bathroom and living room. That's not. So if you're ready to come home, get right. Have that hard conversation with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is it? What it is that's in me? Where am I going wrong at? What have I done? Who have I not forgive? Have I not forgiven myself? This is 2021, and if 2020 ain't taught y'all nothing, it should have taught y'all one thing: time waits for nobody, and people are leaving out of here left and right. I just lost my cousin, 23 years old, to COVID. Still a baby. She still had life to live, y'all. No man knows the day nor the hour. Get it right. Get it right. I'm done.
Wow. 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 All right. So, of course, we are praying for Coach Jay and his family. But yeah, time is of the essence. If you are in a relationship and it's toxic, listen, that person or you for that matter are not, if you're not going to get the help that you need to make the relationship better, you're wasting time. You're wasting precious time. You need to take that time to heal yourself so that when that person comes, that you're ready. When that person comes, you'll be available to give love and receive love. It does you no good to give love, but you really don't know how to receive it. It does you no good to want love, but you don't love yourself. So I know went a lot longer tonight than usual, but I think it was good. I think it was a good conversation. So please share the broadcast if you have not already done so, or if you've done it and maybe you thought about somebody else that could be a part of it. Please go ahead and share that with them. Also, if you have not joined our group and you would like to be a part of it, our private Facebook group, then you can comment, inbox us. We'll invite you to the group. Just so that you have the support, so that you can be involved in daily conversations that are uplifting, that are funny. You know, with that guy, it's gonna be funny, but just good, a good, safe space. I don't know about you. I need to preserve the peace in my life, and I need to have safe spaces. I've felt and I don't think it's just me, especially since 2020. I felt like my safety haven, or the things or the places I thought were safety havens, I feel like those were shaken up. And so you got to find a safe space, a space where you can just be you. You know, we have some conversation and we don't all agree on the same thing, you know, but we have thoughtful conversation. We have thoughtful communication, because I understand where I am in my healing journey is maybe not where you are, and that really is okay. But we can agree to disagree, and we can have thoughtful conversation behind any subject. So if that's you, make sure that you reach out to one of us, or if you know someone that would be a good fit for our group, because everybody is not. Can we just say that? Because we gonna have peace. You hear me when I say we're gonna have peace, but you know, it's all gonna be done in love, because that's what we're about. We're about love. So again, thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Hope that you have an amazing weekend. Listen, Valentine's Day is coming up, and you might not have a sweetie or a boo. That's all right, because guess what? I'm going to have something special just for you. Stay tuned for the information, but we know Super Bowl Sunday is Sunday, so get your Super Bowl on, be safe, and all that good stuff. And then Monday, I believe, if not sooner, we'll be announcing what we're going to do actually on Valentine's Day. And even next Friday, me and Jay have some special plans. So, you know, just stick and stay, join the Facebook group so that you can always be in the know. And we look forward to talking with you and sharing with you soon. So, you guys have a great and awesome night from me and him and me. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you soon. Have a great one. Love you guys.